We should have an honest and clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. This lesson is entitled, By Thy Words Thou Can Be Condemned. Okay? And this is an advocate, supporter of Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated today on 9/10/2025.
Quick, it should be televised. Wait, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals. Expensive. It should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised.
Well, this can't be right, can it? The last execution in France was guillotine in 1977.
100% true. They used the guillotine.
Until 77?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There's videotape of it.
Honestly, that's like what we should be doing. And I agree. It should be public
and
public square.
By the way, you could force the government
to watch it.
You could have like brought to you by Coca-Cola. And no, I'm not kidding. By the way, I would totally tune in to see some pedo get their head chopped off. Convicted by a jury.
By the way,
that's going to get. No, I'm talking about a real thing. I'm not talking
all
about
executions in Belarus are by firearm. That's not a choice or anything.
Andrew's saying don't make kids watch it, and I think no, the absolute
I think
opposite.
At a certain age, it's an initiation.
16, if you can drive, you can watch it.
No, but hold on.
Not even 16.
If all of a sudden you look at some of these savages, like in Indiana, there was this guy that went in and killed a pregnant woman and her 3 kids.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed. And I think that would be justice. You think children should have, you should see, what is the age? At what age should you start to see public executions?
16.
I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12,
whenever
6th grade or so. You are a person, they're old enough to, you don't need to like really wallow in it and have them be broken on a wheel or anything. But if it was something like chopping, if we had a guillotine or something,
I think it's the age where they can't be, I think there's too early and you become desensitized to maybe like this. I think it's when you can actually embrace.
But it should also be taken in a holy way.
The meaning.
No, I don't mean holy in a bad way. I mean that like this is heavy.
Like this is
bluntly,
the meaning
we have
of it.
kids who are 14 who are committing carjackings
100%.
in cities and doing bad stuff. And I think if you sent the message to them, if you do a bad crime, you will die, and it will be like this, and that will be you.
But I think it would be a
positive message.
My argument would be younger people get involved with that because they're around older people who do those things.
I want you to imagine every day, all of a sudden they said, and today, remember that awful the guy that went and shot up a school? Because, left hates school shooters, and so do we. But they focus on the gun. I think they're evil. So, you take one of these school shooters, and they say, today we're going to publicly execute this person. And they read off
Super Bowl.
No, the shooters at the Super Bowl thing, and you read off what they did. And you don't celebrate it. You just say, look, this is what they did, and if you do this, this will be your fate. Ready, set, go. Boom. End of life. And say
guillotine.
Scared Straight used to be a whole TV show.
No, but
this is Scared Straight for everybody.
Here's a question for anyone that might be, not persuaded. Would crime go up or down?
It would go way down.
Done. So that this is the other.
If I did not acknowledge why that flag, I'd also be remiss if I did not acknowledge why that flag is at half-staff. I'd also be remiss if I did not acknowledge why that flag is at half-staff. We lost an incredible American today, a dear friend of mine. If you knew him, you love him. His name is Charlie Kirk. Taken by an assassin's bullet. Unfathomable. The only assurance I can take is that I know he is with his Lord and Savior right now. He has heard the word.
Matthew 12:37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And this is what happened to Charlie Kirk. This is what happened to Charlie Kirk. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Trump supports this guy, and Trump is down with Project 2025 and Esther. Both of those policies come heavily against the children of Israel. Okay. All right. DEI policy, taking away government jobs, civil rights. This is all the things that he spoke against. Okay. All right. He is Esau, Edom. He is the devil. Okay. And the Lord has a heavy judgment waiting for them. Okay. Even though they were able to conquer the known world, all right, and gain the dominion of the earth, they're just not satisfied. Okay. They're never satisfied. Okay. Let's go to Psalms. All right. Let's go to Psalms 140 and 1. Okay. Psalms 140 and 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in his heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent's adder. Poison is under their lips. That's what this guy was spewing out. Poison. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man, who have purposed to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah. Okay, so this is what they have done. Okay, the wicked. Okay, all right. They have spoken with smooth words and captivated millions. I mean, even Jake liked this guy. All right, and his smooth words. Psalms 55 and verses 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what? War was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. He said he wanted to bring back, just like Trump, guillotines. All right, public executions. Sponsored by Coca-Cola. What else he say? He said he wanted children to be able to watch at 12 years old. Okay, and as we know, if you think about it, they had their children out there watching the hangings and the lynchings in the ancient world. Okay, in the 20s and so forth. Okay, these are the same people coming back in the regeneration, the reincarnation. All right. All right. They were reborn back in the earth. They're the same people. The Lord just chose this time to pretty much rouse them up and bring back that ancient hatred for you, Jacob. All right. You're dealing with the devil. All right. The so-called white man is the devil. All right. Make America great again. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Okay, so they are the proud. Okay. And the Lord is not down with the proud, man. He's going to destroy them from the earth. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. And that's Armageddon. Okay? All right. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. All right. So the wicked is going to be punished by the Heavenly Father. All right. So after receiving the whole world again, all right, putting Jake in servitude and having like a 300-year head start in America, now they want to come against Jacob and take everything away and say that you the problem, Jacob. You're not them. You're the problem. You're the criminal. You're the problem for America. All right. So this should stand as a wake up call for you, Jacob. Right, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. That this is the devil. Okay. All right. You're coming down with great wrath. Let's go ahead and read that. And this guy, what's his name? Charlie Kirk, he was all about it. All right. They wanted him to be the next president. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. But the Lord is going to take them down. Okay. The wicked, they're going to go down. All right. Okay, let's go to Job chapter 5 and verses 12. Lucky. Job chapter 20 and 5. We'll go to 4. Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches unto the clouds. Okay, that's these Edomites and them wanting to rebuild and regain authority in the earth over Jacob by putting Jacob back in slavery. That's really what they want to do. Okay, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reaches unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of apes within him. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Okay, they stole and resources of the earth. All right, they conquered Jacob, the Negroes and Native Americans. All right, Hispanics. All right, took land that was not theirs. All right. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. Let me read that again. Verse 15, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of ass. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter, because they're going to be at the bottom in the kingdom of heaven, what's left of them after World War III. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to the substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. And why? Why? Because this is what he has done, because he has oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. And that's the Lord that's going to rise people up. All right. And people are not going to regard their kings, all right, their government anymore. Okay. And that's great tribulation. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And this will be when they got this new world order established in the earth. All right. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. That is the nuclear destruction, the Armageddon. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, all right, out of the silo in the ground, in the submarines, and on the ships. All right, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. That's the nuclear explosion. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Left in the body, you're going to be melted. All right, tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity. That's the prophets. And the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So no matter what they do to try to bring forth this new world order, bring forth their DEI programs, their Project 2025s, cast down civil rights, remove all the images from the of slavery, to try and rewrite history again, all right, from the Smithsonian, okay, none of it's going to work. It's all going to lead to Armageddon and destruction for them, because the Lord has willed that Jacob rule the earth in righteousness. And with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom.